So hello and welcome to level 8, our final level of the yoga program. And congratulations on getting this far. You should feel really proud of yourself. I hope that you are feeling more energized, that you're sleeping better, and just generally reaping all the benefits, wonderful benefits that can be gained from yoga. My daughter Ayla is joining us again today, and our focus of today's practice is going to be on inversions. So we're going to start lying down. We're going to bring our feet slightly wider than our hips, but bring the heels quite close in towards the body. Have the hands alongside your feet, spread your fingers, and drop your chin down slightly on towards the chest so that the neck is nice and long. And we're just going to close our eyes and begin to take some nice long inhales and exhales, breathing in and out through the nose. Just take a moment to observe what's going on in the body today, how you're feeling, physically and emotionally. And then focusing on the breath, trying to find length, trying to find evenness. Expanding on the inhale and contracting as you exhale. And use your breath to settle the body, to calm your mind, and just to bring you into the present moment, ready for your practice today. Take one more breath here. And then we'll open the eyes and we'll come up and down into bridge pose, working with the breath. So I want you to keep your spine long on the floor. Inhale and press into the feet, tilt the pelvis and lift the belly, lift the hips to come up. And then exhale, softly lower back down, one vertebrae at a time. And again, pressing into the feet, tilting, lifting, coming up. And exhale, lower. So movement and the breath are the same length. So take the full inhale to come up, nice and high. And exhale, come down. So bridge pose is great for building strength and stability in your core. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Now this time we're going to come up and down, but bring the arms up and overhead as we do so. So inhale, raise the arms, extend them overhead, backs of the hands to the floor behind you. And exhale, come down. Again with good control. Inhale, lift and raise the arms. Exhale down. One more time, inhale, pressing into the feet, lift. Belly and hips, and exhale, softly lower. And then bring your knees into the chest and just point and flex the feet. Now we're going to bring our arms directly out in a T shape to the side. Bring your knees up so that the legs are at right angles. And we're going to inhale, exhale, bring your legs over to the left hand side. Inhale, come up through center, exhale, lower into the right hand side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower to the left. So warming up your core here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more to each side. Come up through center. Breathing out. And then let's bring our knees back up. Now coming into our first inversion, we're going to either stay on the the mat, keep your back on the mat here, feet flex, legs nice and straight. So you're basically doing Dandasana, our seated pose that we do, but with your legs in the air and your back along the mat. So activating the muscles in the legs. Or, I'm just going to give myself a little bit more space here. If you want to progress towards shoulder stand, you can pop a block underneath your lower back. Or if you want to come up into shoulder stand, and only do this if this is shoulder balance is a pose that you are familiar with and you do regularly in your yoga practice, you can bring your hips and bottom up off the floor. So try not to look at the video screen as you do this. I don't want you making any awkward movements with the neck here. You want to keep your gaze up towards your toes and work your hands up your upper back towards your shoulders. Have your toes stacked over your ankles, stacked over your knees, stacked over the hips, which are over your shoulders. So you're nice and upright, straight legs. You don't feel you have to do this pose if you're more comfortable, keeping the back on the floor, particularly if you suffer from back problems. I want you to just stay in the first version of this pose that I showed you. And if you're in shoulder balance, and you can observe the belly rising and falling with the breath. And then we're going to lower our knees down towards our eyes. So again, if you're relying on your back with your legs in the air, you can stay there. Otherwise, you're coming into plow here. So option to bring our toes together over our heads and then extend our arms towards the front of our yoga mat. Maybe straightening out the legs here, tucking the toes under. And then we're going to bring the legs back up, back into shoulder balance, and then gently bend the knees and lower your back down onto the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Now we're going to come into modified fish pose here. So I want you to bring your hands underneath your bottom and then bring your elbows in close together. So you're propped up on your elbows, your legs are straight, your toes are pointed, and you're going to lift your chest and let your head hang back. Now your head may or may not touch the mat, don't worry if it doesn't. If it's hanging, that's fine as long as it feels okay on your neck. Bring your head back any amount. It's a lovely counterbalance for shoulder stand. Opening up the throat and stretching out the front of the chest. And then we're going to come back down onto the mat. Now if you've got a block, I want you to place it underneath your lower back, between your shoulder blades, lengthways. And then come down and bring your arms out. Cactus arms, elbows bent, palms facing up towards the sky. So again, we're expanding across the chest, letting those elbows drop down to the floor. And then bring your feet together and just roll onto your side to remove the block. And then come back onto your back. Now here, we're going to bring the knees into the chest and we're going to rock up and down a few times. So as you come back, keep the knees tucked in, maybe extend the legs a little bit to give you some momentum. Rocking back and forwards, massaging our spine on the floor. And next time we come up, we're going to cross the legs over. We're going to inhale and bring the arms up. And then we're going to exhale, bring our left hand to the floor and stretch over to the left hand side, keeping the right arm long. And then we're going to inhale, come back up through center And exhale, come over to the other side. And come back up through centre. And exhale, bring the hands down. And stretch the fingertips forward and bring your head down, ears between your biceps. Let the knees fall to the side. And feel the stretch in the lower back and working into the hips. With every exhale, trying to extend the fingertips a little bit further forward. And then coming slowly back up. Changing the cross of the legs. Inhaling, lifting the arms up. And exhaling, forward fold. Keeping the length in the spine. Reach the fingers forward. Breathing into the belly, steady breathing. And then bringing the hands back in close to the body. And coming into boat pose, balancing on our seat bones, extending our arms forward. And you have the option of holding onto the back of the thighs, thumb to the ceiling, pinky finger to the floor, ankles level with your knees. Inhaling. Exhaling, bringing the lower back down onto the floor, coming into a low boat. And inhale, coming back up. Exhale, coming down. And inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, coming up. We'll do one more. Exhale, lower. And inhale and lift. Now bring your feet down to the floor. Take your hands behind your thighs. Hug your knees. And just drop your forehead down onto the legs, onto the knees. And just resting, stretching out the lower back here. And release. Okay, so we're going to rock again, holding onto the back of our thighs. But this time we're going to rock to create some momentum and see if we can come to standing. Okay. Don't worry if you had to use your hands there to help you up. So we're going to take a nice big inhale and do some salutations through Namaskara A. So let's inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, option to bend your knees here. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, stepping the feet, come back into plank. Elbows tucked in as you lower. Option to drop down onto the knees there to make it a little bit easier. Gaze forward, shoulders down, exhale, tuck toes under and extend the legs, adjusting the feet to come into our first downward facing dog. Relaxing the shoulders. If you feel the need here, you can walk through the feet, pedal through the feet just to help warm up hamstrings, calf muscles. Coming into downward facing dog and then bending the knees, taking a big step forward. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bringing the arms up, strong in the legs. Pull the kneecaps up. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. And lower. Remember, coming down slowly. Every part of the body reaching the mat at the same time, the front body as you lower. Exhale, tuck toes under, push into the legs, adjust the feet. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. Reach the chest towards the thighs, lift the hips. Pull the kneecaps up, roll the inner thighs in towards each other. And then we're going to bend the knees, gazes forward. You can step or you can jump the feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, into plank. And lower. Inhale, come through up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. And relax the shoulders. Roll the biceps out. Make sure the heels are hidden behind the feet as you look back. And then take the gaze to the belly. Bend the knees. Step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Okay, we're going to do one more. This time we're going to stay down in downward facing dog. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, stepping back. Strong in your plank, elbows tucked in, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to lift the right leg up. So inhale, raise that right leg. Keep your hips and your shoulders square to the floor. Now we're going to bring this right knee towards our left elbow, and then we're going to extend our right leg. So we're going to come up onto the outside edge of the right foot, the inside edge of the left foot, and then lift this left arm up. So this is called fallen triangle. Turn your gaze up towards the sky. Now we're going to bring the left hand back down. Come back into downward facing dog and reset here, reconnect to the breath. Now we're going to inhale, raise your right leg up, and then we're going to swivel on the left foot to bring your right foot off your mat to the side. Now push the hips up, push the belly up, open up the chest, raise your right arm, gaze up towards the sky. This is called wild thing. And then we're going to bring our right hand back down. Now lift your right leg up and keep it lifted this time. Three-legged dog. Now we're going to bring this right foot down between the hands and come up into a high lunge. She says wobbling. So hands stacked over the shoulders, spread the front toes. Now we're going to inhale here, and on our exhale we're going to bend and drop down towards the floor. Lift the chest, cactus the arms. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bending that front leg in particular. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale. Inhale. We'll do one more. Exhale. And inhale. Now stay here. Bring the hands onto the hips and bring your front foot in closer to your back foot. Okay, so we've got our right foot pointing forward and our left foot pointing towards the top left-hand corner of the mat. Parvattanasana. We're going to bring our hands behind our back and try to place the palms together and then work the hands up the back towards your neck. If that's not happening for you, then you can just grab onto your elbows behind your back, opposite elbows with the hands, or keep the hands on the hips. Now we're going to inhale, lift the chest to look up, keeping our legs nice and straight. We're going to exhale, hinge from the hips and come down over this front leg. So you're bringing your face towards your right shin. We're pulling the right hip back and pushing the left hip forward. Now the intention here is to try and get the face towards the shin. Now try to straighten your front leg here. If your hamstrings are very tight, you might find you need to bend a little bit, which is absolutely fine. Now I want you to release the arms but stay in this position and then bring your hands down to the floor. Now we're going to plant this left hand. If you need to, place a block or a heavy book underneath the left hand, and we're going to bring the right arm up to the side.
Now we're going to bring our right hand to the floor, soften that right knee, bend that right leg, and then just step back and come into tabletop so that you have your hands shoulder width apart, knees hip distance apart. Now from here we're going to come into Dolphin plank. So you're going to come down, another inversion, you're going to come down onto your elbows and spread your fingers. Now you can either keep your hands like this or you can interlace your fingers. And then I want you to tuck your toes under. Now keeping your head off the floor, you're going to push into the legs and then begin to walk your feet in towards your hands. Now ideally we want to have our hips stacked above our shoulders, but don't worry if you're not quite there. And if your hamstrings are very tight, you can bend your knees, you can soften the knees here, but the head is slightly lifted off the floor. Press down into the elbows, into the forearms. And then walk the feet back out and come back down onto our knees. And then bringing your bottom onto your heels, come up to a kneeling position. And we're just going to take some nice circles with the shoulders here. And then let's circle the shoulders the opposite way. And then let's come back up onto our hands and our knees. Keeping the spine long here, tuck the toes under, press into the feet, come back up into downward facing dog, pull the kneecaps up. So coming up into three-legged dog, raise that left leg, keep the hands shoulder width apart. Now we're going to bring this left knee towards our right elbow, come onto the inside of the right foot, extend the left leg, come up onto the outside edge of the left foot, and raise the right arm, push the hips up towards the sky, open up the chest. And then bring your right hand back down to the floor and step that left foot back, reset, come back into downward facing dog, relaxing the shoulders. Now we're going to inhale and lift that left leg up again, and then begin to rotate on the ball of the right foot and bring that left foot off your mat to the floor and raise the hips again for wild thing. And then let's come back up into three-legged dog. So lift that left leg up, press evenly into the hands, and then bring this left foot between the hands, come up into our high lunge. Hands above the shoulders. Now inhale here, exhale, let's bend the legs, cactus the arms, inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, come up, and exhale, come down. Inhale, last time, bring your hands down onto the hips. Now bring this front foot back in towards the body. And then turn your right foot to the top right hand corner of your mat, left foot pointing directly forward. So your chest and hips facing the front. Bring the arms behind the back, either bring them into reverse prayer, palms touching, and wiggle them up your spine towards your neck, or hold on to opposite elbows or onto the hips. Now pull the kneecaps up, inhale, mini back bend as you look up, and then exhale, keep your spine long, folding. Oops. Gently as you come down. And again, pull the left hip back, push your right hip forward, bring the face towards the shin. Belly's coming down over that left thigh, that front thigh. Try to have the legs straight unless your front hamstring's really tight, in which case you can softly bend that left knee. Now bring the hands to the floor. Have your right arm directly under your right shoulder, prop it up onto a block if you need to, and lift your left arm up. We've got this nice straight line from the right hand along the right arm across the chest to the left hand. And then we'll bring this left hand down, bend your left knee, and come back down onto your knees. So coming down for Dolphin Plank again, bring your forearms to the floor, shoulders stacked over the elbows. An option again to interlace the hands, or you can keep them the hands shoulder width apart. And then we're going to tuck the toes under, press into the feet, keep the head lifted off the floor, and walk your feet in again. Okay, now you can either stay here, if you want to take this a stage further, you can practice lifting the right leg, and then taking it down, and then lifting your left leg. And we'll do one more leg raise on each side, or just keeping both feet on the mat if you prefer. And then we'll walk the feet back out and drop back down onto our knees. And then coming back up, taking your bottom onto your heels. Just bring the left arm up and take the hand to the back of the neck, and then bring your right hand and just place it on top of that left elbow. Now you can lift your chin up. Now option here to bring your right hand behind and see if you can get a bind. Don't worry if you can't. You can just keep pressing down on that left elbow, or you can work towards the bind, maybe even using a strap to link the arms. And release. Let's change side. So bring the right arm up, take the hand to the back of the head, down the neck. Use your left hand to just guide the elbow to the centre of the head. And then bring this left hand round as an option to see if you can bind the fingers. Feeling a deep stretch in the tricep and the shoulder. And try to keep your gaze forward here. We're going to release the hands here. And we're going to bring the hands to the floor, tuck the toes under, and walk the feet then towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. So pull the kneecaps up. So bring the feet together, coming into this forward fold, resting your hands on the floor. Pull the kneecaps up. Allow the crown of the head to be heavy, relaxing the shoulders. Hands may be resting on the lower legs, the ankles, or they may come down all the way to the floor. Try and stack your hips over your ankles. And then we're going to sink our hips, bend our knees, and press the inner thighs inwards, and then bring the arms up. So we're coming into chair pose, tucking the tailbone under, long spine, gaze up between the hands. Now we're going to come into eagle balance today. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms out to the side. Now bring your right arm underneath as you cross the arms over, and then try to double wrap the arms so the palms come together and you can interlace the fingers. If that's not happening for you, then you can just place the hands on opposite shoulders. Now, keeping your left knee bent, begin to raise your right leg up towards your elbows, into the chest, and then cross the right thigh over the left. And again, try to double wrap the legs if you can, tucking your toes around your calf muscle there. And if it's not possible to double wrap, then you can just wrap the legs around once, and maybe bring your right toes to the floor to help you balance. Steady breathing here. Sink the hips, lift the elbows, drop the shoulders. Now,
Let's release the hands first of all. Turn to the long right hand side of your mat and come into a wide stance, feet pointing forward. Pull the kneecaps up. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze up, and exhale, long spine as you fold, keeping the legs active. Reaching your hands for the big toes, so bring your index finger, middle finger between the toes, thumb wrap around the outside, pressing down through all parts of the feet, the toes, the balls of the foot. And the intention here is to get the crown of the head close to the floor as you can. And using that bind of the hands and the toes to pull you deeper into the pose. Folding deeper as you exhale. Now let's inhale, come up to halfway. Exhale, bring your hands onto your hips, and then inhale, come all the way up, exhaling at the top of that movement. Turn your left toes forward and step your right foot alongside your left. Bring the feet together, spread the toes. Now bend your knees and come down, maybe skim the floor with your fingers, coming back into chair pose. Again, pressing the inner thighs, rotating them in towards each other. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale, bring your arms wide, and now bring your left hand underneath your right. Cross the arms over, bring the palms together. Interlace the fingers, or if that's too much, place the hands on opposite shoulders. Picking up this left leg, bring it in towards the chest, cross it over your right leg, and if you can, double wrap, bringing the left toes around to the inside of your calf muscle. Now lift the elbows, sink the shoulders, sink the hips. Now we're going to release the arms and turn to the long left-hand side of your mat. Feet parallel, pull the kneecaps up, bring the hands behind your back this time, interlace the fingers, lift the chest, look up. Exhale and we fold, bringing the crown of the head towards the floor and the arms up and over. Kneecaps pulled up, legs active. So again, the head here is below the heart, so we're getting fresh oxygenated blood to the brain, which is a really good natural mood enhancer. And then we're going to inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling at the top. And then we're going to step our left foot forward, coming back to the top of our mat, back into mountain pose. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale, step the feet back, come into plank. Option to drop down onto the knees, lowering onto the belly, and then bringing your forehead down to the floor, feet hip distance apart, arms alongside the thighs, palms open facing skywards. Coming into Shavasana, we're going to inhale, raise the legs, raise the chest, raise the arms. Keep the length as well as lifting the body. Gazes forwards but slightly down. Steady breathing here. And exhale, lower. Now you can repeat that pose, or you can bring your arms forward, hands shoulder width apart, palms pressing downwards. And we're going to inhale again, raise the arms, raise the head, raise the chest, raise the legs, coming up. And down. Okay, I want you to bend your left arm and place your forehead on top of your hand. Now bring your knees together and bend your right heel in towards your bottom. And bring your right hand and see if you can reach for the top of the right foot. Now, pull the heel into the bottom and at the same time press the foot into the hand. And you should feel the stretch in the right quadricep, the right hip flexor,
Now release the right leg and change hands. So bend your left knee and reach for the top of the left foot. Again, pulling the heel into the bottom and at the same time pressing the top of the foot in towards the hand. And we're going to release. So that's our preparation for bow pose, our next pose. Now, if this is too much, come back and do Shavasana again. Otherwise, we're going to have our feet hip distance apart. We're going to bend our legs so that our heels come in towards our bottom. Reach both hands for the top of the feet or for the ankles. And then inhale. Lift the chest, lift the thighs, look forwards but downwards. And release, slowly coming back down out of our back bend. Bring our knees together and feet together. Push up onto your hands and then bring your knees as wide as the mat. Toes together and stretch your bottom down towards your heels. So as well as boosting our mood, inversions are also good for eliminating toxins from the body. Stretching our bottom down towards our heels here, reaching the fingertips forward. Just taking a well-earned rest here. Inversions also improve our focus and our concentration. Also good for our immunity and just creating positive energy. Okay, now we're going to come up out of child's pose. And we're going to come into pigeon pose, which is a great hip opener. So I want you to have your block by your side just in case you need it here. Have the hands shoulder width apart. We're coming into downward facing dog. And then we're going to bring our right knee towards our right wrist and our right ankle towards our left wrist. So I want you to have this shin, it probably won't be parallel to the top of your mat. You can bend it a little bit. It's probably too much having the shin parallel to the top of the mat here. But your back leg, your left leg is shooting out directly behind and you're up on the top of your thigh, your knee, your shin should be in contact with the floor. Now my hips are tight, I need to put a block underneath my right buttock to keep my pelvis level here. So do the same if you find that you're slightly off centre but unbalanced in pigeon. So you should be feeling this in your right hip. Now, I'm just going to settle into the pose, staying upright, and then we can begin to come down onto our forearms. And if you want to come a little bit deeper, you can make a pillow with the hands and then rest your forehead on your hands. So you're folding over this bent leg, this right leg. If you don't feel this in your right hip, then do bring your right shin a little bit further forward so it is more parallel, square to the top of your mat. So try to release any tension in the body here on the exhales. Notice anywhere that does feel tight. Breathe into that area and try to let your body sink into the floor as you exhale. This is one of my favourite yoga poses. Now we're going to keep our left forearm on the floor. We're going to bring our right arm directly out to the side. And then we're going to lift this right arm up and gaze up towards the right hand. You'll probably feel a more intense stretch in your right hip. And then we'll come back down. Come up onto your hands. Hands under the shoulders. Tuck your back toe under and then extend your right leg out. If you're using a block, you can move it across to the other side. And then bring your feet in a little bit closer, coming back into downward facing dog, lengthening the spine. Now bring your left knee towards your left wrist, your left ankle towards your right wrist. And once again, try to extend that back leg so it's going directly out behind you. Stay nice and upright, settle into pigeon. And when you're ready, coming down onto the elbows. And if you want to come deeper, making this pillow with the hands and resting your forehead onto the back of your hand. And we're going to come up onto this right forearm, extend the left arm out to the side, and then pick your left arm up. Gaze towards your thumb. And gently come back down. Okay, so we're going to come up onto our knees and then come onto our backs for Shavasana, our relaxation today. So making sure you're warming up, popping a blanket over you or putting some more clothes on if you are feeling a bit cold. Bring your feet slightly wider than your hips. Let the feet flop to the sides. Arms by your side, palms open. Shoulders melting into the floor. Chin dropped in slightly to lengthen the neck. Jaw relaxed. Eyes closed. And allow the breath to flow naturally. Trying to be as still as possible. Just giving your body a chance to rebalance and restore. So my quote today is by Mother Teresa. May today there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise and love. It is there for each and every one of us.
Or to come out of Shavasana, bring your feet together, arms up overhead. Let's take a full body stretch, a nice big inhale. And then exhale, and bring your feet in towards your bottom, knees bent. And roll over onto your left side, making a pillow with the hands. And when you're ready, pressing into the floor to make your way up into a comfortable seated posture. Crossing the legs, resting the hands on the knees, long spine. And then we'll open our eyes, bring our hands down by our sides. Finish with one last final breath. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down, folding forwards. Namaste. So well done again for making it to level 8. If you've enjoyed these classes, it'd be really lovely to hear from you. Or if you could share with family and friends and subscribe to Tina Logan YouTube channel, that would also be much appreciated.